Okay, so the blue light is flashing. That means we are recording. And this thing should be picking up my volume, even though I have this like nice head strap thing. But I have bangs kind of covering it. So, oh, it's falling. So for these problems, you have a drawing, and there's a lot of information in the drawing. You do not necessarily have to do these problems in the order that they are there. In fact, personally, I would not. I think the easiest one to do is to find the value of x. And remember I said on a lot of these problems and all throughout the year, we're going to be thinking of, do we have equations that we set equal to 90 degrees, equal to 180 degrees, or equal to each other? In this case, since this is a straight line, and this symbol tells me that this is a right angle, and a right angle means 90 degrees, this other angle must also be 90 degrees. So 8x minus 6 is equal to 90. If I scroll down on the paper, that's this problem. Find the value of x. 8x minus 6 is equal to 90. So I added 6 to both sides, which would give me 8x equals 96. And then I divide by 8 and I get x equals 12. And they're asking me to find the value of x. So for number 18, x is equal to 12. Okay? Scrolling back up, I know I need to also find the value of y, the measure of angle 1, and the measure of angle 2. So looking at this, I don't see anything else that's easily equal to 90, but I do see that this angle that says angle 1 and the 76 degrees are a linear pair, meaning they're two angles that are on the same line. So this whole line would be 180 degrees because it's a straight angle, and this ray divides it into two angles, meaning the 76 degree angle plus, and I write this as the measure of angle 1, is equal to 180. Truth be told, I probably wouldn't even do that. I would probably say, oh, this straight line is 180 and this is 76. So if I get my calculator out, okay, and I say if this whole line is 180, but one of the angles is 76, so I subtract, and that's 76 degrees, I'm left with 104. So the measure of angle 1 must be 104 degrees. Okay? Here it was with the equation, the measure of angle 1 plus 76. I subtracted 76 from both sides. So now I know that this is 104 degrees. I don't see anything else that is easily 90 degrees or 180 degrees, but I do notice, and I'm going to do this in a different color here, that there's an x right here. And I've learned that when I have an x, when two lines or line segments intersect and make an x, I end up with two pairs of vertical angles. And vertical angles are equal to each other. That means this angle, which is vertical to this angle, they're congruent. So I can write an equation that says the one angle of 76 is equal to 10y minus 14. I'm going to move this calculator, and that's what's written here, reminding me I can do this because vertical angles are congruent. So if 10y minus 14 equals 76, I add 14 to both sides, and I get 10y equals 90. I divide both sides by 10, I get y is equal to 9. Now I need to find the measure of angle 2. Along my vertical angles thought process here, that angle and that angle are vertical, meaning the measure of angle 1, which I know is 104 degrees, is equal to the measure of angle 2, and this 40 goes for that angle there. So I'm going to do this in a different color. What I'm saying is the measure of angle 2 plus that 40-degree angle, that's a vertical angle, is equal to the other vertical angle, so it's equal to 104, and I think that work is down here. 76 plus the measure of angle 2 plus 40 equals, oh, they did this as linear angles. I wouldn't do it this way. I would do, what did I say I would do to find the measure of angle 2? You could do it a few different ways. Okay? So the other one was saying this, plus I know this is 76, correct? Equals 180. Or I could do angle 2 this way. 76 plus 2 plus 40 equals 180. I set it up as 104. Oh, I set it up right there. So I subtract 40 from both sides. And I get the measure of angle 2 is 64. Which, if I added 76, 64, and 40, 76 plus 64 plus 40 is 180. Are there questions on these? Because hopefully now going through them, and you have a video you can watch, which we'll put on YouTube in just a few minutes, will make it easier. Question in the back or just scratching your head? Just scratching the head. Anybody else? Yes. Piece of blank paper. Yes, you may have a piece of blank paper. Do you want white paper or green paper? Lined. Somebody has lined paper for the student in the back. Anything else that you want to add to the video? Peace.